Hello guys and welcome to Revolution. In this video we're going to discuss how powerful Merus the angel is and whether or not he can defeat Moro 7-3 in the Dragon Ball Super manga in the upcoming chapter 63. And I'm going to put a question to you regarding Merus that will ultimately feed into another video coming within the next few days. Obviously we have not seen Merus at full power yet, but we're going to speculate on how powerful he could be, what angel abilities he might have, and whether or not he will be the one to actually defeat Moro 7-3. So guys, what do we know about the angels? We know that they aren't from the mortal universes, the multiverse. You would otherwise know it as the 12 universes of Dragon Ball. That obviously contain the likes of Universe 7 that contains the Z Warriors, Universe 11 that contains the Pride Troopers, Toppo, Jiren, Dispo, Universe 6 that contains Hit. You get the gist. Angels are not from there. They are not beings of the mortal realm. Whilst we know there's an angel planet, as far as we know at the moment, they are from the same realm as Zeno. At least if Zeno is actually from that realm and it's not in fact the angel realm as Whis called it in chapter 62. So I guess you could say that they are higher beings than regular mortals, even gods of destructions who are basically mortals who become candidates, become gods of destructions and then eventually become gods of destructions. They are elected gods essentially. Of course, the Supreme Kais are born gods. They are otherwise known as core people and are from the core world, not to be confused with the Supreme World of the Kais, which orbits the universal macrocosms in the multiverse. However, the location of the core world has never actually been revealed. It could be in the mortal realm somewhere, or it could be in the other world with the angels and the Omni Kings, but that's to be decided. I think it's pretty obvious that the angels have far more abilities than even the Supreme Kais, the gods of creations. The angels are simply above both gods of destructions and gods of creations and seem to have the abilities of both of them combined. Now, it's clear that there is a god civilization that has existed eons in the past. Obviously, we know there's Zalama, and he seems to be part of a civilization. We don't know too much detail or history about those particular gods, and then some, and how they fit in with the angels that basically are attendants to the gods of destructions. Now, we know that there's 12 angels that attend the gods of destructions as per the number of universes, but they are literally job roles, job titles, I guess you could say. There are currently 12 universes, but there was 18 universes. Zeno destroyed 6 of those universes in a blink of an eye when somebody angered him. I'd love to know what that story was. If they delved into that or just did a side story, I would love to know what that story was. That's a way to make Zeno interesting, because right now, Zeno, the Omni Kings are simply a crutch on the Dragon Ball Super narrative. So if there was 18 universes, you would assume that there was 18 gods of destructions and there's 18 angels. So that gives you the impression that there were more angels than the 12 we know of, as well as the Grand Priest. So it does make you wonder what happened to those angels of those universes. I'm sure the gods of destructions and the gods of creations went down with those universes when Zeno erased them, but the Grand Priest has a lot of favour with the Omni King, and you would have thought he would have managed to spare the angel attendants. Otherwise, the Omni King's literally out there killing the Grand Priest's kids. So on that note, a Grand Priest Daishinkan mutiny against the Omni Kings would be pretty awesome. But if they weren't exterminated with those universes, that alludes to the fact that somewhere in the other realm, or the other side as we called it in the anime, that there are a contingent of angels living as a civilization. Of course, this was further brought into play by the fact that Merus is an angel and isn't an attendant to any of the gods of destructions of the universes. So I guess it begs the question, what does it take to become an angel attendant of a universe? Say, Whis, Vados, Margarita, etc. Does it take a certain amount of power or a skill set? Does Merus have that skill set? We do know he's a trainee for the Grand Priest, and the Grand Priest has sent him to Universe 7 in order to evaluate it and sharpen his perspective. And considering he's a trainee, is that a kind of God of Destruction candidate role for the angels, where gods of destructions are of a certain amount of power, and then to be a God of Destruction candidate for that universe, you have to be at a certain amount of power, as revealed by Beerus in chapter 27 of Dragon Ball Super? So I guess what I'm asking, guys, and let me know down in the comment section, is Merus an angel candidate? Now, there's not going to be any right answer, but do let me know what you think, because it hasn't been revealed yet, and I'm sure we'll find out soon. But does this mean that Merus is not as strong as Whis? Whis certainly seems to be his superior during this manga arc. And as we both know, Whis is able to literally one-shot Beerus, who is one of the stronger gods of destructions. So for a long time, people have just always thought of the angels as stronger than gods of destructions. But is Merus stronger than a god of destruction? I'll put that question to you because, once again, there is no right answer at the moment. But one thing I will say is, you expect that Merus will have a plethora of hacks abilities that go far beyond anything Beerus has. What we also know is that Merus seems to have 2 levels of power. In chapter 55, we saw that Merus stated that he was going to go all out against what seemingly was Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, and it was ultimately disrupted by Whis, but we saw a halo starting to appear around Merus as he was powering up. Given that Merus' regular mode seems to have brought out Ultra Instinct Sign within Goku in the space of 2 months, something that Whis struggled for a few years to bring out of Goku. Whilst you could say Goku and Vegeta had Mastery of Self movement training from Whis prior to the Tournament of Power, Goku achieving Ultra Instinct Sign and complete Ultra Instinct in the Tournament of Power was simply a freak accident. And he hasn't been able to achieve complete Ultra Instinct at will since. And it's only because of the training from Merus that he's able to achieve Ultra Instinct Sign. Whilst it was 2 months in the real world, in the time dilution of this particular realm, it was 6 months. Merus managed to bring out Ultra Instinct Sign at will for Goku in the space of 6 months. This was even commended by Whis himself. Merus, without using his full power, is clearly gifted and extremely powerful to be able to do so. At this point in time, I am happy to predict that base Merus will at least be equal to Moro. I believe when he starts using his angelic power, that is when he will surpass even Moro 7-3. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know I've gone in depth on the angels. I've looked at all the abilities Whis has. This does go into depth in terms of the anime, and it may be slightly different from the manga, but I've gone over 10 abilities Whis has that you might not know about. I'll put a video link for this at the end of the video so you can check it out if you haven't seen it. And I also did one for the Grand Priest, the Dai Shinken. The angels have some extraordinary abilities and hacks. In the manga, outside of the Grand Priest, it's implied that they need their staff for these abilities and hacks. But these are just a few abilities that they have, and by all means check those videos out because you'll get to learn more about them in those videos. They have things like reality warping, spatial manipulation, healing, age manipulation, dimensional storage, dimensional creation, resurrection, matter manipulation, and seemingly have 24/7 Ultra Instinct. It's almost as if Ultra Instinct is a natural ability for them. That does need to be fully confirmed, but it seems to be the case with Whis and by extension the rest of the angels. And given that Merus is able to bring out Ultra Instinct in Goku so easily, you have to assume that he has some degree of Ultra Instinct himself. Now, it does remain to be seen if Merus has all of these abilities himself, but it's very possible he does. If you think that Moro 7-3 is a broken character, you have seen nothing yet, especially if Moro can manage to copy Merus' abilities. If Merus can't beat Moro 7-3 without using his angelic power, what if Moro grabs the back of Merus' neck and copies his angelic abilities? Moro would be nigh unbeatable. It would be an interesting thing to know whether the angels themselves would actually then feel inclined to get involved, considering it would still be considered a mortal affair and Merus has seemingly betrayed the angelic laws, and they may just deem it something that's not worthy of their attention. But it would need an angel level of power to contend with this version of Moro if he was to copy Merus' abilities. If that was to happen, I doubt even Ultra Instinct or Fusion would work. And don't forget, guys, what we learned recently from Whis is that angels have deathless immortality. They simply cannot be killed, they can only be erased from existence. So guys, in the coming days I'm going to be doing a video on what if Moro 7-3 copies Merus' abilities. What abilities and what strengths do you think that Moro would have? This is my question to you that I pointed out at the beginning of this video. Please let me know down in the comment section which abilities and hacks you think that Moro will gain from copying Merus. Anyway guys, that's all for this video. A pretty good discussion. Obviously it's a little bit on the speculative side as we need further information, but Merus is pretty damn strong to say the least. He would be far stronger than anything we've seen from Goku and Vegeta thus far, and most likely, even though he doesn't seem to be a full angelic attendant and more of a trainee, most likely stronger than a god of destruction. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you love talking about these Dragon Ball topics, especially the latest Dragon Ball Super manga chapters, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click all notifications on, smash that like button and lend the Daishinken your energy. Until next time, Ad Astra.